Hey there! So you know how cars get different fuel economy? For example, a pick-em-up truck can get 17 miles per gallon. Well, a very economical car can get 40 or 50 miles per gallon. That also highly depends on the driver themselves, your driving habits. That also can very much influence the MPG you get, meaning how much you pay at the pump. And I'm going to try to demonstrate that by doing two tests. The first drive is going to be about 12 miles in the city and around 8 miles on the freeway, or 20 miles round trip, and I'm going to drive the car spiritedly at the speed limit or up to the speed limit. And the second drive I'm going to be doing is hypermiling it. I'm going to be trying to get the absolute best gas mileage I can out of the tank. The engine is fully warmed up in both of these tests, and the traffic conditions will be about the same on both drives as well. So my current tank average is 57 miles per gallon. I'm going to be resetting that, and we're going to be doing the spirited drive first. It is 82 degrees outside. In this drive, I'm also going to be using the air conditioning. The reason why is the air conditioning uses a lot more fuel. In this car, it decreases your gas mileage by around 10 miles per gallon. In other cars, though, it could hit at 1 or 2 or 3 miles per gallon, but either way, it hits the MPG, so I'm going to be adding that to the spirited driving. It's not really hot enough outside to use air conditioning. I wouldn't be using it right now. I would just have the windows down, but for this test, I'm going to use the air conditioning because I lose a whopping 10 miles per gallon by using it. Either way, without further ado, we're going to start in the same spot, and let's go. Alright, AC is set to 61 degrees, and let's just go away from the road like that, or the side of the road. And again, we are driving for this first drive what I would call a spirited drive, or trying to drive like, well, pretty often people do. So let's turn right, and we'll just accelerate, I don't know, yeah, something like that, up to the speed limit, which is 40 miles an hour. And I'm not going to be trying to brake as late as possible, or not late as possible. I'm not going to brake as early as possible like I would normally do. Normally, I would not really accelerate at all to this light. I would just coast down the hill. But in this case, I'm going to brake pretty close up here, so I have to actually use the brakes. Now, you might be wondering, why am I doing this? Why am I, what is it called? Why do I brake so early usually? Well, the reason why is if I can use my momentum as much as possible without using the brakes, that actually saves some fuel. You don't have to put heat into the brakes, which you could have used instead of the energy to stop using the brakes. You could have just used your momentum to hopefully reach the light when it's green, and then just carry on. You wouldn't have to waste a very small amount of fuel by stopping. And in this case, this light, no matter what, you're going to have to stop. But another reason to brake slowly is to save your brakes. Getting your work done to get your brakes replaced costs quite a bit. Not a humongous amount, but it does cost money either way. And if you could prolong your brakes life, that would be very, very beneficial to your wallet. But in some cases, people don't do that. And, oh, green light, let's just, you know, be, what is it called, spirited, you know, break into this thing here. There we go. And people probably would accelerate, I don't know, I gave it a little too much throttle, so it downshifted. Oh wait, the speed limit's 45, so we'll accelerate up to 45, and I'll just set the cruise control. Cruise control actually does save fuel, but it also is easier to drive using cruise control. You don't have to worry about going over the speed limit, so that's what I'm going to be doing. Now, accelerating hard like that, you might have noticed the car was at 2,500 RPM, and then it went to 3,000 RPM. You might be wondering, why did it do that? Because I didn't give it that much more throttle. And this car has a continuously variable transmission. Lots of cars have an automatic transmission, but this has a continuously variable transmission. I gave it a little bit more throttle there, and what should have happened was the RPM went to, let's say, 2,700. But for some reason, it decided to go way higher on the RPM, even though it's not really accelerating that hard. That's just something this transmission does. I don't know why. Other transmissions that are continuously variable wouldn't go and jump from 500, no, the 3000, it wouldn't jump from 2,500 to 3,000 RPM. Instead, it would just go to like 2,700. But you can avoid that by giving it throttle slowly. Normally, I would turn cruise control off on this hill, but since we're trying to waste fuel here, we'll just leave cruise control to rev to 3,000 RPM on this hill. That does waste fuel. Normally, I would not do that, but I'm going to do that in this situation because, again, we are not trying to hypermile here. Yes, I know cruise control does save fuel, but that's my exception here. And another thing, tire pressure. That also has an impact in your gas mileage. All right, so I would normally turn off cruise control here, or actually pretty far back, because I want to coast to the light and not use my brakes, but I'm going to just keep on going until I get to the light, and then I'll just brake harshly if I need to. All right, and start braking now, because that is probably, well, we're gonna waste fuel. Let's stop at the light. There we go. And now we have a green light. That was moderate waste. And there we go. Let's accelerate up to the speed limit. There. That feels so wrong, but that's how lots of people drive, so that's how we're going to be driving today. Just hard accelerations where possible. I might not be doing hard acceleration all the time, I might forget. But in general, it's going to be hard acceleration. I'm going to be as far over here as possible. I was slightly on the line. I feel like that was acceptable though, because there was a biker, and I want to give the biker as much room as possible. You aren't supposed to pass in the center median, but the biker is in the bike lane, it's in its own lane. But I would, if I was biking, appreciate cars to move as far over to the left as possible. Oop, I just instinctively hit the brakes because the light turned red, but no, that's not what we're going to be doing. We're just going, no, I'm not going to get over to the right, we're just going to stay in this lane. All right, now I'm going to start slowing down at the last moment, hopefully so we can get to a stop here without the light turning green. Oh, the light turned green. All right, let's just accelerate back up to whatever speed, I don't know, 45. There we go, 45 miles an hour. This feels so wrong. I hypermile all the time, so this is just wrong. But that's okay. We're doing an experiment here. And the experiment is seeing how bad gas mileage you can actually get versus how good gas mileage you can actually get. Mainly due to the driver. We have similar weather conditions. It might be a little bit cooler for the second test because it's going to probably be dark by then. But I'm not going to be using the AC on the second test, because we don't really need the AC today, and I wouldn't normally use the AC anyway. It's not exactly needed, so that's just what we're going to do. We're just going to not use the AC on the second test. That's alarming, that's okay. What I was trying to say though was using the AC uses quite a bit of fuel. When it's cooler outside and you use it, it's not going to use as much fuel, but it's still going to use quite a bit regardless. So if you can avoid it, you might as well. And that's what I'll be using on the second drive. It is going to be cooler outside, and if I were to use the AC, it would actually be more efficient to use it on the second test than it would be on this test, since the second test is going to be cooler outside. But again, there's no reason to use it when it's cool outside anyway, for the most part, unless it's to dehumidify the car. If the car is too humid, there is a good reason to use the AC. But I don't know if you could tell from the geology or geography or whatever it's called, I do not live in a humid climate. I don't live in Georgia, Florida, Alabama, Texas. No, this is Lake Elsinore, California. If you're wondering, I'm actually driving around the entire lake in this video. Hopefully during rush hour traffic. Maybe it isn't rush hour traffic. I'm not sure. In the second test, I will probably be going the exact same speed on this road here. But on the freeway in the second test, I'm going to be going slower. The reason why is if I go slow, that is a lot more fuel efficient than going the speed limit, whatever that might be. The speed limit is probably 70 miles an hour, so that's probably what I will end up doing. Let's go over to the middle slightly here just to get out of the way. The light turned red up the road. I'll start braking after the ahead signal sign, and now we'll start braking. That feels so wrong, but that is just how it is. And hopefully we can come to a full stop to waste as much fuel as possible, or we will not do that. And now let's just accelerate hard again. There we go. You know, we're going up a hill. Let's give it more throttle. There we go. Driving normally. Fun fact, there's actually a Scion that's keeping up behind me. Oh well. You see, it's not just me that drives hard. I guess you can't see the Scion, but they are in fact keeping up. They're actually almost tailgating, but that's okay. Your speed 45, that's good because the speed limit is 45 miles an hour. I do not want to exceed the speed limit in this video. If I go 46, it's fine, I guess, but I would like to only go 45. And if the speed limit is 70, I'm only going to go 70. I'm not going to follow the left lane and go 80 or 90 or whatever the left lane might be going, because I would like to not have to worry about getting a speeding ticket, because that's just kind of useless. What's the point of going that fast? I don't know, but lots of people do. By the way, this drive is actually a pretty fuel-efficient drive in general because of how it is. There's not really that many stop signs or stop lights on this drive. Actually, I think there's only one stop sign on this drive, and the rest are lights, but there's not even that many lights. There are some lights, but I mean, as you can tell, we're in the city, but it's just not very city-like. It's like we're on a low-speed freeway. Hypermiling, right now I could be around 60 miles per gallon roughly, but again, that's not what we're trying to do, so we're like 10 miles per gallon less. But there's only so much I can do on this road to ruin efficiency, and I think I've done it. I could have went full throttle several times, and I do think I will go full throttle in this video at least once, maybe, we'll see. Probably merging on the freeway I will go full throttle, that's my assumption. But maybe I'll go full throttle before then and then, we'll see. I'm just trying to drive like a faster car on the road, ignoring the whole speed limit thing. I have to follow that, but other than that, some people don't follow that and they go way over, which is a lot less efficient. Going 70 versus 80 miles an hour, you lose quite a bit of efficiency. Going 90 instead of 80, first of all, you're asking for a speeding ticket, but second of all, going 90 is a lot less efficient than 80, and 80 is a lot less efficient than 70, and 70 is a lot less efficient than 60. Your best speed is right around 50 to 55 miles an hour. In some cars, your best speed is 40 miles an hour. And speed limit is 40 here, so once we get to the sign, let's brake down to 40, like that. There was nobody currently tailgating me, so I was just comfortable hitting the brakes like that. We could have used our momentum there to slow down to 40. Actually, that was kind of my fault. I did remember the speed limit changed here, but I wasn't sure where, so I wasn't fully looking for the speed limit change from 45 to 40, but it was right there. Also, I'm going 39 instead of 40. You know what, let's just click the button to go 40 real quick. There we go. Close enough. 40 and a half, 40. Yeah, close enough. I feel like if we're in the faster driver's car right now, we are more likely to go above the speed limit. So if I can go 40.5 instead of 40, or 38 and a half, or no, if I can go 40 and a half instead of 39 and a half, I might as well do that because we're not trying to save efficiency. And I did not let off the gas for this light here until now, and I'm going to slow down and get a safe distance from the ram, because we don't want to ram the ram. That's just not right. Rams are only allowed to ram people. Okay, and we're good to accelerate back up to 40. That again feels really wrong doing that, but we're trying to waste fuel here again, so we're going to do that. And for some reason we are hitting all the lights green almost on this drive, which is kind of weird. I feel like on the next drive we are not going to hit all the lights green, but it is what it is. I feel like I can probably make up the gas mileage. Actually, I might not be able to. We're up to 51.9 miles per gallon. That is actually very surprising. I must say that. There is a Mercedes catching up to me, but I'm going to have to merge in front of it. I'm sorry, Mercedes. If there was no speed limit, I would like to speed up to your speed, but there is a speed limit, not going to speed up any further. But yeah, a lot of drivers, like that Mercedes, is going 5 or 10 over the speed limit of 40. I think they were only going 45, but some people, I'm sure, go 50 on this road unless they're behind another car. I do see cars are slowing down up the road here. I could start slowing down myself, but I think I won't for 2 reasons. Number one, I think I could just maintain my speed and not have to brake. Actually, I am catching up to this Ram, so I'm going to have to brake actually last moment. I was going to say I could probably not have to, what is it called? Accelerate? No. I'm sorry, things are happening so fast in today's video. No, I don't answer the phone right now. Things are happening so fast in today's video, I'm like struggling to commentate. Oh look, there's like sidewalks to the right. That's neat. I forgot, accelerate fast. We will do that. And let off the accelerator because I'm catching up to the Ram. And now we're going to start braking because we need to. Everything I'm saying right now, I'm struggling to say for some reason. What was I trying to say? Oh yeah, I braked a little bit, I braked a little bit late there because it just felt like the right thing to do. All right, not right thing to do. It felt like what I should do if I'm trying to be inefficient. By the way, the AC is set to 62 degrees, so that is also using as much as much gas as possible. Braking again. This is not the most comfortable way to drive, but at the same time, we haven't hit any red lights for the most part yet, which is kind of impressive. And there is a red light. I see lots of people accelerate to the red light. My mom does that, and a couple other people I've seen do that as well, so we're going to do that. Accelerate to the right, to the light. And you know what? I might be able to go to the right lane here and like gas it up the road once the light turns green to get in front of the Soul, and we'll be in the front of the line. Maybe. That's my thought. We'll probably use quite a bit of throttle here to do that because we have 78 horsepower, so we don't exactly have a lot of throttle or power. Either way, once the light turns green, we will go like a racetrack. There we go. We're racetracking it. There. Kind of feels wrong, but again, this is just a normal part of driving to lots of people. So we're just going to do this normal kind of driving. Going around this bend a little bit fast here, and there is a hill here, so I'm just going to let off the throttle because I'm assuming the car is going to reach the speed limit, and it is reaching the speed limit, so I'm going to brake once, and we're going to set cruise to 40, and the car is going to bring itself down to 40, hopefully. It's not. Okay, it will soon though, right? Please. Or just go 41, that works. I'm sorry, Kia, that probably really confused you. I accelerated hard, and then now I'm in front of you, only going 40, which that is the speed limit, 40. That probably does confuse them, though, because I'm sure they're going to go 45 on this road, or 50. If I'm not mistaken, lights are timed, like the orange light is timed, assuming you're going to be going 7 miles an hour over the speed limit. That's from my understanding, at least. So I guess they go by some sort of mathematician, there's a mathematical way to time how long an orange light is, and they time it, assuming you're going to go through the light 7 miles an hour over the speed limit or something, so I don't know. I'm trying to understand how it's, what's it called? Trying to understand the reasoning behind it. I don't know myself. So I originally was going to go to the left, but I probably could go to the right as well. The right has more stoplights to hurt the MPG. Yeah, I think that might be the better idea, to go to the right. So the miles will be a very small amount less than before because of how I am taking the route. It would be slightly more efficient for this route and the other route if I turned right, because there literally are no more stop signs. But that's, or not stop signs, I mean stop lights. Give it way too much throttle again to go 40. There we go. Okay, let me try to recalibrate how I'm talking here. So, if I were to have turned left there like I was planning on turning, that would actually be more efficient for both kinds of drives. But since I'm trying to hit as many red lights as possible, I will go this way. Also, I'm going to start braking early, and I have to get in the right lane here. I will get behind the Kia that I gassed it in front of earlier today. I could have probably braked a lot earlier, but I'm trying to be as inefficient as I possibly can be on this video. Hopefully the freeway is not super backed up right now. It is not. Normally, I would probably turn the light off at this light because I can kind of judge when a light's going to turn green. That would imitate a start-stop system on a car. This car does not have a start-stop system, but that would imitate a start-stop system. Some people don't like it, some people do. I personally do like it. Oh, somebody to the left is getting a lot of stuff on their Toyota Scion. Or not Scion, Toyota Yaris. Words are hard today for some reason. They're using it as a truck almost. I like it. They have like a bunch of fence posting on the roof racks. I will accelerate slow from this green light for a moment so this Scion gets in front of us, and then I'll start gassing it. I just want you to see the Scion. I really want you to see the Scion. Like, okay, do you see it in the left lane? Alright, so normal person probably gas it to the light, and then we're going to brake at the light, and then we're going to, well, lots of people would not go full throttle, but we're going to go full throttle onto the freeway because, yes, fun fact, there's actually a Mazda currently tailgating me as I'm doing this, which is kind of absurd, but it is happening actively. They are still behind me. Oh, and we have to slow down. That's all right. But that was still pretty funny, though. I think they had the same idea I did, and I need to get in the left lane, or not left lane, but I need to get into a lane to pass probably right here. There we go. And then we'll just hold the car at 3,000 RPM up this hill. This is just mildly alarming feeling, but it's fine. Let's just set cruise control to 70. Everything is happening so fast, it's like bonkers. But this is normal. This is in fact normal driving here to lots of people, including that Mazda, so we're being average right now. And I'm catching up to a truck that has their hazard lights on for, I don't know why exactly, but that's okay. We're going to be getting behind a Ram here. There we go. I'm passing this car, and they are flashing their brights at me. It seems like vehicles in the left lane are a bit more aggressive than in the right lane. Let's see, we'll pass this car. I am going the limit, and I am not exceeding the limit. The Ram behind me is so close, all I see is their grille at this point. I don't even see their lights anymore, which is pretty impressive. I have one vehicle to pass, and then I will move over to the right. Now they're partly in the shoulder of the road, like they're going to pass to the left. Now they're back behind me. Oh, this is entertaining. I'll turn my signal on to say, hey, I'll be merging to the right. And there they go. This is definitely a normal type of driving, though, for lots of people. I just have cruise set to 70 miles an hour. We're not way over. We're over 3,000 RPM, though, here, which is kind of bonkers. Again, I'm not going to exceed the speed limit, so we're just going to drive the limit. The camera is actually handling this speed very fine. There's no problems with how it's handling this drive. It just feels wrong. That's just the best way I could describe it. This drive feels every bit wrong, as it looks right to you, though. This is a very normal drive. Fun thing is, I don't even think I can get much better gas mileage than what we're getting right now. But we'll see. No, I don't want to answer the phone. I don't know why, I get no calls all day. It's like everybody knows, as soon as I start recording... Oh, speed limit 55 now. As soon as I start recording... I'm sorry, Tesla behind me, I got a brake. I'm going to go the speed limit here. Okay. And now everything's going to be passing me. It's like everybody calls me as soon as I start recording, without fail. I don't know why, but it is what it is. By the way, one thing to note, if you're trying to go for fuel efficiency, you also could plan your route a little bit, alright? What I mean by that is, instead of driving on a road that has lots of stop signs and lots of lights, if you were to just drive on a road that doesn't have all those stop signs and lights, that would actually be a lot more fuel efficient, if that is an option. Instead of going 7 miles through the city, through a bunch of stop signs, you could go 10 miles on the freeway and save quite a bit of fuel. Instead of getting 30-something miles per gallon, you'd be getting better. Okay, coasting off the freeway, and the light is green. We're getting 46 miles per gallon on this drive, gassing it everywhere. And that's probably expected, actually. And now we have to start braking pretty hard at the light. And instead of waiting to turn right on red until the light turns green almost, because there's so many cars, I'll just gas it. Gassing is probably more fuel efficient. Well, actually, this place I don't really usually have to wait, even if I'm hypermiling. Ooh, green light, let's gas it. Because yes, apparently. And then let's brake, go around the corner, and then let's gas it again. Up to the speed limit, set cruise again. I feel bad for the transmission brakes on these on this part of the video, because I try to like use them as lightly as possible, and in this video I'm just not doing that. But this is for science, to show you the difference. And I need to okay, there's a speed limit change up here. Instead of coasting, I'm going to just brake. All right, we're just going to brake it to make sure it's at the speed limit, instead of just coasting my way down to the speed limit. Brake a little bit more, and brake a little bit more, and I think that is good. Excuse me. All right, now let's stop at the stop sign here. And in the city, people do accelerate decently quick, I notice, even in the residential neighborhoods. So we'll just accelerate at what I would normally accelerate onto the freeway with. And now we're up to 25, and now let's set cruise control to 25 here. And normally I would go around the bump here, but since we're trying to waste some fuel, let's slow down for the bump. And instead of going to the left where it's better, now let's accelerate back up to 25. And now let's just keep going until we get to the stop sign, and then we'll be turning left. And we have completed one round trip. We had the AC on, and we're completely gassing it and not caring in the slightest about MPG. So I must add, we have gotten pretty lucky, I'd say, on this drive. We haven't really hit any red lights. I think we hit one red light. No, two red. No, we hit one red light on this drive. That was it. And now all we have to do is gas it. I felt so wrong. Sorry, brakes. I'm sorry. And now we have to turn right here to get right back to where we started, which is right here. This is where I started the whole drive. 47 miles per gallon for this drive. And I'll just turn around and get ready for the second part of the video, which is doing the exact same drive economically. Alright, here's the economical drive. I have the AC turned off, and the right thing to do would be to open the windows to let some cold air in, which I might do, but right now I am comfortable in the car. So we're going to be driving as economically as we can on this drive, within reason. Let's see, we'll just turn right here, and are there cars behind us? I don't think so, actually. I can just let go of the gas almost entirely here, and we'll just very gently drive up to the speed limit, I think. Or we'll just coast down the hill. That's what we're going to be doing. We will not be using any unnecessary throttle here. And actually, I'm going to be giving it some throttle. The reason why, there is a car at the red light up there, and I'm pretty sure by the time I get there, or even before I get there, the light's going to turn green, and it's going to turn red again. So I'm going to try to accelerate a little bit here to get to the light before it turns green, and I may have just wasted some gas there, or maybe not, but I feel like it's about to turn green. Well, I thought it was going to turn green because there was a car here. That's my thought. So that was a slight waste. Oh, see, there's a car going over the speed limit. It's pretty common. Either way, I have failed in that situation of trying to save fuel. And I should turn the car off at the light, but it's just a random chance it turns green. And there are vehicles behind me, so I'm not going to shut the car off. That would be what a start-stop system would do, though. It would turn the car off right now, and then it would quickly start up when you're ready to go. But I don't have that system. It takes me longer to restart the car, so because of that, I am not going to... Okay, this light I hit green last time, and this time we're hitting it red. So we have a disadvantage. Oh, no, we have an advantage, I guess. So we're going to be accelerating gently, but we are going to be going 45 on this road like we were last time. I think this much throttle is plenty. I think we'll reach 45 by doing this. I think. We will see. There is a Honda. No, it's not a Honda. That's a Chrysler? No, that's a Honda. It does take me longer to reach the speed limit, but that's okay. We aren't in any kind of hurry. But even if we were in a hurry, I don't think it's going to take us that much more time over last drive, unless we hit more red lights, which is possible. Alright, and now let's just get in the lefter lane here, where it merges. I don't know if I have to signal there or not. I'm pretty sure I don't need to, but I do sometimes. Now, do you see that hill up there? That's where the car revved up pretty high in the RPM. So, well, I'm hitting that light red as well, it looks like. Yeah, last round was very good. I must give it that. So what I'm going to do is give the car manual throttle here, and hopefully the car won't rev itself up, and hopefully it'll be green by the time I get there. Alright, manual throttle, 2,000-ish RPM. This way the car doesn't rev itself way up. And now we have caught up to other cars, so I have to slow down a little bit here. That's okay. I'm not going to be using brakes to slow down here if I can help it. Although, I of course have to use brakes if the light turns red. But let's just hope we don't hit all the lights red. That's our hope. I got cruise set to 39 miles an hour right now because I can't really go any faster. And I will turn cruise off now for the light, but I will give it a little bit of throttle, actually, just a tiny little blip, and now I'm not giving it any throttle. I probably didn't have to give it any actually in the first place. I'm going to actually brake a little bit here. Hopefully the light turns green so we don't have to stop, but I think it's going to stay red. Oh, it turned green, okay. No stopping required. And right here I gassed it last time. We are not going to be doing that. We're just going to be accelerating pretty gently. Not super gently, but still enough to gain some speed here. We're up to 35. We'll get to 40 eventually. It is a quite busy road, so you can't really go too slow. I mean, you can, but then people start doing really dangerous things to like get past, to get there a few seconds sooner, so we're not going to be doing that, hopefully. Hopefully that car in front of us is not smoking and it's just dirt. And it's about to go in front of me. Uh-oh, it's smoking. Yeah, the exhaust on that Nissan is smoking. Our Nissan actually smokes as well. So on the center screen, there is a mode to dim it. I'm not following GPS. I don't need any information on that mode, so I turned that off. I didn't turn it off, I turned it down. The brightness on it. There's a daytime mode and a nighttime mode. I have it currently on nighttime mode because I could still read what it says, like a starry message is this song from the YouTube audio library. I can read it, but I just don't need to know everything. Like I'm not following GPS. Does that make any sense? I'm not following GPS, so I don't need to easily be able to read it. So if I can turn that down to a lower darkness level and save some fuel that way, I might as well. Is it a lot of fuel? No, not really at all, actually. Maybe it's almost none, but I'm pretty sure it uses less power if it's on a darker mode. So that's what I'm doing. Excuse me. Oh my. Let's see. Apparently it's possible to drink water wrong. I managed to do it. Either way, let's continue straight. And I had something I was about to say, and I lost my train of thought. Or is that what it's called, train of thought? Am I getting another call? I don't want to answer right now. Let's just... No, I'm making a video. I'll answer later. Like, everybody just somehow, once I'm starting to record, everybody calls me. It's like, oh, Johnny's recording. Let's call. And then, oh, I don't want to be on YouTube. Well, you don't want to be on YouTube, but everybody waits until until I'm on YouTube. It's kind of, I don't know. And for people who watch these videos, like Lynn, for example, do you notice how almost every time I'm making a video, somebody calls? It's like a, what is it called? It's like a sense. Like, everybody senses that I'm making a video, so they call. But then nobody actually wants to be on YouTube, even though they're sensing that I'm making a video. It's probably the same biker, maybe not. Probably, no, I don't think that, I do not think that's the same biker. But this route, I will be doing the same thing, the exact same lights each time. I have a much higher chance, though, of being less efficient on this route because of the lights. Last time we hit almost every light green, which helped out a lot. This time, the chance of that happening twice is very low, so we'll see. The route I was going to take last time would normally be more fuel efficient, and then I decided not to take it because I was trying to get worse gas mileage, and I'm going to be taking the same route this time that I did last time, But I should go to the left instead of to the right because that is, from my understanding, more efficient. There is another thing people do to save fuel. It is drafting semi-trucks and drafting other cars. What does that mean? Well, that means they follow somebody extremely closely. And I am not going to be doing that. If you're wondering why, that's just not very safe. If they stop quickly or something pops out from under their car that I don't want to run into, well, you don't really have much time, if any, to react. You're just going to run into them or run into whatever it is in the road, which is not very acceptable. So I'm not going to be doing that. That's not good. And so far we're up to 70.8 miles per gallon. I'd say we're doing pretty good. This car going only 41 miles an hour is helping me quite a bit. It is mildly concerning though that they are like slightly swerving around. It's probably fine. It's just mildly concerning though. Hopefully they are not drunk. I don't think they are. They aren't swerving too badly, at least. They're probably just like glancing at their phone or something. I still find it funny though, when I was getting on the freeway and I went full throttle, there was that, what was it, a Mercedes behind me? And they were just tailgating me the whole way up the freeway. That was like, pretty funny. Though they probably weren't actually giving the car that much throttle, to be fair. Most likely they were only at like 2,000 or 3,000 RPM. But there's a slight power difference between this and the Mercedes, so that's probably why. This car, we have 78 horses under the hood. I see the lights red, by the way, so I let go of the cruise control, and we're coming to a stop. I'm going to give the car some actual, what's it called, friction brakes here, so hopefully we don't have to make a full stop. We'll just get down to like 25 miles an hour, a little bit less actually. We're just trying to not brake here if we can. Or we're trying to not stop here if we can, but I think we're going to have to stop. Last time we didn't need to. And it's about to turn green right as we stopped. Yep, okay. I timed that perfectly wrong. I probably should have started braking a little bit more aggressively to begin with, so then we wouldn't have to like come to a full stop, because it's like 20% less efficient or something I looked at online to stop like that versus to just roll, if that makes any sense. And it seems like it's a lot more busy on this route, like, for some reason this time, even though it's not really any later. I mean, it is later, but not by much. It's 7:09, and last time it was 6:40 maybe p.m. Now it's 7:09 p.m. It's not really that much later. Is the light up the road green? It looks like it. People are going through the light, so I'm just going to keep accelerating to that light at not much throttle, but I'm going to be accelerating towards it. And I'll probably reach the light red though, but maybe not. We'll see. Alright, and we probably can set cruise to 39, close enough. I will not be going 70 miles an hour on the next drive. I will be going 55 because that's more efficient. Or maybe, if it feels safe to do so, slower than 55. I think 55 is a good minimum speed, so let's just go 55. Because some people don't feel safe going 55. Some people don't even feel safe going 65 because it's so slow. People pass and people get scared when people pass them, so I'll try to be more mindful of that in this video. I'm going to slow down ahead of time here a little bit, and hopefully they start moving. If not, I might move to the right so I don't have to slow down as much. I think they're going to start moving right. I won't have to brake. It looks like it. That was no brakes right there, so we did good. I could probably crack the window open though, it is kind of getting stuffy in here. It's more efficient to crack the windows open in this car. I'm getting another call. No, I don't want to answer right now. I'm making a video and no. It's somebody about to start calling again, the music stopped. I'm like, what is it with me getting calls? This is the 4th call I've gotten on this drive. I bet I'm going to get at least one more call by the time I get back to where I started the video. It seems like it's busier this drive though, doesn't it? It certainly seems like it. I like how they added so many bike lanes in though. That's kind of nice to see. I noticed my talking was different last time, and this time it's different too. I wonder if I was trying to go faster, it was just hard, so I was talking faster? I don't know. It's kind of weird. I was noticing last time I was struggling to talk slow for some reason, and this time I'm doing fine. I think the last time I went a decent amount faster through here. Not my speed, I mean, like, there's just less cars on the road. Trying to keep a good distance if I can. That's always good to do. Although my distance is actually not that far. My hope was to make it through the light green, but it's about to turn red, I feel like, so probably didn't. But we didn't make it through last time green either. You know what? We're gonna just give it a little bit of gas here. Oh, and never mind. I was going to say, we'll give it a little bit of gas so we can get through the light green, but we didn't. And I'm going to slow down really early, like that, here, since the light's about to turn green here probably. Since it's just a parking lot light, it can't take that long, so we don't have to come to a stop. Just try to keep your momentum. And this is a pretty steep hill, so I'm going to give the car 1,800-ish RPM up it. About like that. If I don't give it enough throttle, actually let's give it a little bit more throttle. If I don't give it enough throttle, it actually is probably less efficient on this hill because I am just going such a slow speed up the hill. Going the slightly faster speed is probably more efficient. And I'm going to let off the throttle because we have a downhill here. And I'm pretty sure my car is going to go to 40 miles an hour on the downhill, just on its own. And good enough. Set cruise to 40. I did have to give it a little blip of throttle there, but barely anything. And at the next light, last time I was going to turn left and I decided to turn right, and I'm still going to turn right. Although I really should turn left for more fuel efficiency because there's one light instead of 1, 2... I don't know, there's only one light instead of several lights. Whatever amount several lights means, I'm not sure. But instead of there being a lot of lights, there's only one. But I'm trying to do exactly what I did last time, so we're going to just do it. The light's green up the road. I feel like quite a few people would probably end up giving the car quite a bit of throttle to get to like 55 or 60 miles an hour here to get through the light, even though the speed limit's 40. But I feel like quite a few people probably actually do that. But I'm not going to be doing that because, for one, I don't want to go above the speed limit, and two, well, I don't want to go above the speed limit. Also, we have a green arrow right here, so we're going to keep that in mind. I'm not going to be coasting if I can help it here. I'm just going to try to keep my momentum, and I let go of the gas or cruise control a little bit ago though. But I'm going to just try to not slow down way too early since the light's green. We're going to make it through the light, and we're going to not gas it through this intersection. We're just going to give it some light throttle. The key here is to just maintain our speed if we can. We're going to go 30, and we'll turn cruise off actually. We're just going to slow down slowly towards the light. There we go. And I will get in the right lane. Because I need that lane anyway. The light is green. I don't think I'll make it to the light, but I might. We'll see. It didn't last time. I was like first in line though. No, I was second in line. And we're first in line this time. And I'm going to shut the car off at the light, because again, that's more efficient. Let's just creep forward here so I can see. My mom has texted me now twice and called me twice. And I don't know who's going to go. So they go, and then to the left goes, and something, I don't know. We'll see. Something happens, and then we'll be going. I think to the left goes first. Yeah, the left goes, and then we go. I'm just keeping an eye on the traffic signal to the right, so whenever the light turns orange, I'm going to start the car. Alright, start the car, put you in gear, and it's about to turn green, and now it's time to go. Again, gentle acceleration. We have such a big line of cars behind me at this light. They built up. We need to get into this lane right here, and the light is red, so we're going to just coast. I think last time I got to the light green, didn't I? Oh, well, this time we are too. Okay. And I'm just going to accelerate gently around it. I'm going to roll the windows up just for a little extra MPGs, although I probably don't even need to do that. And we're going to merge at 2,500-ish RPM like that. Don't have to give it too much throttle, okay? You really don't have any reason to give it more throttle. And we're just going to slowly bring the car up to 55. We're going to enter the freeway at like 50-something miles an hour. That's fine. And now we're going to set cruise to, there, 55. Though it's not very busy right now, so probably slower would be safe as well, but I'd say 55 is a good like minimum for most, I'd say. And now we'll just creep down the road. Not creep, we aren't really going that slow. Creep would be like 5 or 10 miles an hour, or 0 miles an hour. So we're just gonna move slowly down the road like this. And it is decently warm in here actually, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn outside air on. Instead of the air conditioner, we're just going to use outside air. We'll turn it on to number 3 actually. There we go. And that doesn't use too much power, at least I don't think it uses that much power. So that should be good. And yeah, we'll just continue straight. It kind of feels less busy now than it did before though, for some reason. Less busy now, probably because cars are passing me and I'm not actively catching up to cars. And I'm not getting flashed at by Rams because I'm in the left lane going the speed limit passing a car. could probably roll the windows down, but I feel like having the fan on might just be a little bit more efficient on roads like this. And having the window down might be pretty good too. But that's also a bit loud. But either way, it's comfortable to do that. It's not really hot outside. I like how the road that we were on a while ago has like new bike lanes. That's nice. Because before there was no bike lanes or really any good sidewalks on that road. But hey, now there's some sort of bike lane, so that means biking is probably going to be quite a bit safer. Oh, and when it comes to, so there's also another kind of traffic thing called a roundabout, and also a stop sign. We haven't really found any of those on these drives, so I'll try to explain what to do with those. If you see a roundabout, what you need to do, let off the accelerator as soon as possible once you see it, and just coast to it. Enter the roundabout at maybe 10 miles an hour, 15, but you want to be slow. The reason why is so you can judge where a car is in time when you enter, right? If there's a car in the roundabout, you could slow down a little bit on your approach and enter the roundabout after the car. And also, you don't have to waste your brakes on braking. You don't have to turn your energy, your momentum into heat. You just maintain your momentum and you don't have to stop. Or not maintain, you aren't maintaining it. You're losing your momentum by slowing down, but you don't have to waste gas on fuel to re-accelerate as much, or keep your accelerator down. You don't have to waste gas accelerating to maintain your speed until you reach the roundabout and then slow down rapidly. Just slow down very gently. That's what I'm trying to say. And the same thing applies for let's avoid that. The same thing applies for that is new, isn't it? That wasn't there like 30 minutes ago, of that rubber. But like I was trying to say, that same concept applies to stopping at stop signs. Time the stop sign, like, so you don't have to wait for other cars waiting in front of you to stop and then wait for the cars and then go. Try to like approach the stop sign so nobody's in front of you. And if nobody's in front of you, just let off the accelerator and come to basically an idle from whatever speed you're at. Like, if you're going 40 miles an hour, well, slow down to like 10 miles an hour and then stop at the stop sign, kind of, if that makes any sense. Don't just wait until the last moment and then brake. Just turn the cruise control off or stop accelerating as soon as you can once you notice the stop sign up the road. And try to just get the car to come to a complete stop, or like a complete idle roll, or whatever you want to call it. Go to an idle and then stop at the stop sign, instead of like waiting until the last moment. Or instead of going like from 40 miles an hour to 0 while using the brakes, you could like slow down without using the brakes to 20, and then from 20 you just brake down to 0. That's also more efficient than just like keeping your accelerator. Also, getting off the freeway, turning the cruise control off on the freeway like this is actually more efficient. If there's no cars behind you, but if there's somebody behind you, don't do that. But if the person behind you is getting onto the freeway or something, then, or getting off the freeway or something, you might as well start decelerating a little bit before the on-ramp. Or if you're driving at night and there's literally nobody behind you, you might as well just turn cruise off really early and like get off the freeway at like 45, or like enter the freeway off ramp at like 45 miles an hour. That's acceptable if there's nobody around you, so you might as well take that nobody around you to your advantage. You don't have to worry about making 28 people upset behind you and having them have to slow down for you. If there's literally nobody behind you, you don't have to worry about that. Either way, gentle acceleration here. We lost a couple miles per gallon on the freeway. It could have been more efficient if I slowed down, but I didn't. I'm just going to crack the windows open. I turned the fan off. Let's get a side draft in here. We aren't going that fast, so we aren't going to lose much efficiency by just like driving. One thing less efficient on this route is the radio. Last time I didn't realize it, but the radio wasn't working. All right, let's start letting go of the accelerator here. And the speed limit, it says 25. And I'm under 25 by the time I get here, and I didn't use the accelerator one bit. And there's a stop sign up the road. I could accelerate to get to 25, or I'll just go 21 and I'll just let the car coast to a stop. I'm not really going that much slower. It might feel a lot slower, but you aren't really going that much slower. And let's turn the signal on. Now I'll start using the brakes here. I probably could have used the brakes a little bit earlier though, but there we go. And we'll just accelerate again from the stop sign and speed up here. And I'm not sure what speed to accelerate to exactly. 25 actually is the speed limit. What am I talking about? And I can't move over to the left, but I'll go as far over to the left as I can. But this bump is pretty hard. It's not too hard though. And I know if I turn cruise off right around now, I will be at almost a perfect speed to stop by the time I get to the stop sign. So I'm just going to do that instead of wasting gas by accelerating a slight amount longer than I need to. I'm just not going to do that, and I'm just going to accelerate like this. And it is clear to go, so I'm going to go. Although there is a vehicle backing out, I guess I'm safe to go. And I'm going to let go of the accelerator actually. There's no cars behind me. There wasn't any last time either, but there are no cars behind me. I have the stop sign / street here to turn out, so I'm just going to let the car's momentum carry me up to whatever speed. And then we're just going to be turning right here. And what's our gas mileage at? 65.7 is our gas mileage. So I would say that is a success. Let's try to like make a U-turn here. But yeah, 65.7 miles per gallon, I would say is a success. And I keep getting calls. This is call number 4, I think, isn't it? I don't know. But yeah, I'm just gonna park here for now though. No, decline the call. But yeah, that is the drive. That's the difference. We gained from 47 miles per gallon to 65.8 miles per gallon. I would say that is a significant increase. And we're still at minute 32, so we didn't really go much slower. Although I think maybe this route was slower because the last time I think I turned the camera on and talked for a while before I moved. So I'll have like a timer or a stopwatch or something above the video so you could see the time difference. I think it was pretty similar though. Maybe it was like 2 or 3 minutes longer. I'm not sure. But I would say both times I drove, it was pretty similar conditions. This time though, I was not going 45 miles an hour on that road. Was called Grand Avenue. I was not going 45, I was going 40 because there was a car going slower than 45 in front of me. So that added some time to the trip. Another thing to note is, I don't know actually. Oh, one thing I was going to say. I will put some text up on screen at the end of the video, or now, I don't know when, but I'm not editing the video yet, but I'm going to put text up on screen sometime to show you the MPG difference between driving, let's say, this economically versus driving, let's say, a pickup truck, like a 2004 Nissan Frontier with a V6 and 4-wheel drive. We have one of those vehicles. I'll put the price difference between driving this economically and that economically, and maybe our Cadillac economically, and heck, I'll even put the Hyundai Sonata on here, economically difference, at, let's say, 15,000 miles a year. The lower MPG your car gets, on average, let's say the pickup truck, you can get 17 miles per gallon driving it normally. If you drive it spirited, you get 14 to 15 miles per gallon. And if you drive it economically, you can get 26 to 27 out of it. The difference, the amount you save by slowing down in that is humongous. The difference in this by slowing down is not that much, but also the price of the gasoline matters as well. Again, everything's going to be on screen at some point. Maybe it's on screen now, who knows? But yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.